E-Butter go crazy.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy, I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Turn me up, Jay. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, bout to terrorize. Step. If you ain't hating, nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Get my bop on you niggas. Don't never question if I'm a real nigga. I get a lot for you niggas. Bitch, they thought I was finished, but I got a lot for you niggas. Lil John on them niggas. I'm the Braun on them niggas. I'm the hottest in the business. Okay, put me in the mix. I can tell you used to lame niggas that ain't this. Think you coming up a bag, you ain't getting shit. You say wanna fuck, but now she see a nigga lit. Country for life in this bitch. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy, I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Turn me up, yeah. I'm like Block Boy, look alive, look alive. I'm married to that money and I keep her by my side. They thought I wouldn't be shit, so why they face look so surprised. You ain't a real nigga, you just pussy in the sky. Whoa, yeah, look at a nigga now. When I put up to the jeweler, I'ma tell that nigga go bust it down. Tryna count the money, damn homie, I done lost track of their mind. Turn me up, this that hot shit, it was kinda looking like a cloud. I don't do this for the clout, bitch. Okay, turn me up. Do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some bands on it. Okay, turn me up. Do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy T, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on starts and sits for week 2. Yes, guys, starts and sits for week 2. So listen, if you got any questions, I'm gonna get to you. And guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow between 10 and 10:30. I will be going live for another starts and sits. Yes, guys. So a lot of people wasn't in there last week. But I do go live on Sunday mornings for right before you line up. If you got any kind of questions, any kind of new injuries, anything come up. So guys, let's begin. I'm gonna answer a few of the comments inside the. I'm gonna answer a few comments and then I'm gonna go over my starts and sits for this week. Okay. Let me see who in the house. We got a super chat in the building. Devo, what's up, bro? He said, what's good? Appreciate what you do, brother. Would you drop McKinnon for Roschon Johnson? Yes, I would. I would do that ASAP right now. Uh-oh. Yes, I would. I would drop Jerick McKinnon right now for Roschon Johnson. Now, listen, don't get discouraged when you see Jerick McKinnon score a touchdown because Roschon Johnson is going to have big time upside, like top 5 running back upside as the season go on. He's better than Khalil Herbert. He's better than Deontay Foreman. Now, listen, I thought Deontay Foreman was going to have a good role, and I thought Khalil Herbert would have a good role. But after watching last week's game, the way this guy blocked for Justin Fields, they're going to get this guy the full role, but they just want to do it slowly. They want to get Khalil Herbert and Deontay Foreman their chance. Jake in the building. What's going on, Jake? Jake says, pick up Kelly or start James Cook. I want to start James Conner, but I feel they're going to be treading a lot this game. So he said, thoughts. I'm starting James Cook all day, bro. He says, pick up Kelly or start James. So listen, I think you should be starting Kelly and James Cook. So you need to try to get James Cook and Kelly. He says, I want to start James Conner, but I feel they're going to be trailing. Bro, I would start James Cook and Kelly over James Conner. I would do that. So play James Cook and James Conner. Sean Bombs, he's one of the premium members, guys. That's what you get when you're a premium. He's on OnlyFans. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. You can be a membership on here, or you could be part of the OnlyFans crew. Sean Bombs says, what's good, bro? What's good with you, bro? Jake says, and honestly, I don't know what to do with Mike Evans, my wide receiver, or JJ St. Brown, or really. Thoughts on that? Bro, if you can't get them all in there, that's too bad. But I would try to have Mike Evans starting as a flex. You can't start him over JJ or St. Brown or even Ridley. So if you got to start, if you only got 3 wide receiver spots and 2 running back spots and you don't have a flex for Mike Evans, then you just got to bench him. Sometimes you get guys, your team is so good, you have no other choice. I wouldn't trade them. I would keep them for a bye week. Now I would trade them if I could get a really good upper echelon player, which you probably won't be able to do that. Johnny D, what's going on, Johnny D? Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Johnny D says, thinking about trading one of my wide receivers for a better running back. He says, got Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, Jacoby Myers, and Watson. My only untouchable is CeeDee Lamb, and I'm overthinking it by blowing it up. He says, thinking about trading one of my wide receivers for a better running back. Got Devontae Adams. I would trade Devontae Adams and get a top running back. I would try to go after James Cook and another piece. So go to the guy that got James Cook and get James Cook and another really good player. You can get 2 for 1. I mean, 1 for 2. Yeah, 2 for 1. You can give up Devontae Adams and go get 2 really good players. Rest of those guys, Jacoby Myers are okay. Mike Williams is okay. Johnny D says ETN, Damian Pierce, Mostert, and Algier are my running backs. Yeah, so you got good running backs. I would still, you still need a better running back. Even though Damian Pierce and Algier is okay and Mostert is okay for right now, I still will try to get a better running back, like a James Cook and another piece. You got to upgrade. You got to be better than the running backs you got on your roster. 2 for 1. Eddie Phillips, what's going on? Eddie says, I said what I said. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kazi, what's up, bro? He says, let's get it, bro. You know it. You know it. Mr. Anderson. He said, what's good, bro? Pick 2. Algier, Rashad White, Miles, James Conner, Dalvin Cook. I'm going Algier. Ooh. Algier, and I'm going to go James Conner. Reason why I'm going to go James Conner, I think he's going to catch more passes than Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders and James Conner, bro, tomato. Both of those guys got decent matchups, and they're going to be getting a lot of carries, as in today. But I'm going to go with James Conner because he can catch a lot of passes. That running back is going to be getting the ball out quick to James Conner. So I would say James Conner, and he's going to get all the honey touches. Nobody's going to come in and take his honey touches. Chuba Hubbard can come in and take Miles Sanders' touch. So I'm going to say Algier and James Conner. He says, smash that like button on the way in. Yes, sir. Smash that like button on the way in. Terrell says, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we do it in the country. That's what we say in the country. And Terrell says, Musgrave or Ferguson. Musgrave all day, bro. Musgrave all day. Especially with Watson probably being out again. Mr. Anderson says, Lockett, Flowers, Zay, or Tutu. Flex 1. I'm going with Flowers. Flowers all day. Jake says, Ferguson might be a league winner, no cap. Yes. I'm going to have to see a little bit more. He's the only tight end on his team. Arthur, what's going on, bro? Always showing support to the channel, bro. I think he gave me my first super chat. I'll never, ever forget that, bro. No matter how big I get in 20 years, I'm going to be like the first guy that ever gave me a super chat was a guy named Arthur. Appreciate that, Arthur. He said, should I drop Michael Thomas for Drake London? Pick 1 quarterback, Lamar, Tua, Anthony Richardson. Woo! Boy, bro. That's a tough question. You got some gas quarterbacks. Great job on your quarterbacks. Fantastic job. I'm going with Tua. And the reason why I'm going to go with Tua, now listen, I got to break it down. I'm dancing with the girl that I came to the prom with. I'm not going to get cute and get to the prom and say, well, who's the prettiest girl in the building? The prettiest girl in the building would probably be Lamar Jackson with his upside, but he didn't play good. The prettiest girl, she didn't ask you out to the prom, but the other girl that you came with did. You got Tua on your team, and he balled out already. So don't try to get cute. Play Tua. You should have other good options that can win you the week. Bill Belichick is a great coach, but I don't think he's shutting down this offense. If Jalen Waddle wasn't healthy, then maybe I would tell you to go to Lamar over Anthony Richardson and Tua. But right now, bro, go down with the shit with Tua. Don't drop Michael Thomas for Drake London. Don't drop Michael Thomas for Drake London. You go ahead and keep riding out with Michael Thomas. He's getting some. He had about 8 targets last week. I feel good about that. Drake London will have some better weeks, and he's going to be an okay wide receiver. But right now, I would rather keep Michael Thomas. And if you can pick up Drake London and stash him on your bench without dropping an important player, I would definitely do that, bro. I would definitely do that. Eddie Phillips, what's going on, bro? He says pick 2 running backs and a flex PPR. David Montgomery, Pierce, Javonte, Kelly, and Flex Dotson. Garrett Wilson, Lockett, Puka. Thanks, man. I said what I said. He says pick 2 running backs and a flex. So my 2 running backs would be Kelly and Pierce. Kelly and Pierce. That's my 2 running backs. And my 1 flex would be Garrett Wilson. And the reason why I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson, bro, I know he has a tough matchup. but none of the other guys. Puka has an injury. If Puka didn't have an injury, I would probably tell you to go with Puka, but you got to go with the value. You drafted Garrett Wilson high. Zach Wilson will be trying to get the ball to Garrett Wilson, but his ceiling is very, very low. So I'm not going to tell you to play Dotson over Garrett Wilson. Not yet. I haven't seen enough from Dotson yet. Lockett, no. The offense didn't look good. Puka is close. It's close between Garrett Wilson and Puka, but I'm going with Garrett Wilson because they are going to design plays for Garrett Wilson to get open. Even if it's just a reverse, they're going to help Zach Wilson get Garrett Wilson the ball. They're not going to get super cute. It's going to be Breach Hall, a little bit of Dalvin, Garrett Wilson. That's what it's going to be. So I would say Pierce and Kelly and Garrett Wilson. Pierce and Kelly and Garrett Wilson. Sean Barnes in the building. What's up, bro? That's my homie. There you go. He says, am I good with wide receiver? Pittman, Zay Jones, Mike Williams, Scary Terry, Drake London. Am I good at wide receiver? Zay Jones is just he's just a boom bust guy, man. He can bust, but you can't get mad at him when he busts because the type of offense he got and the players around him. Mike Williams is the same type. I'm not big on Scary Terry, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna give that a C+. I don't like those guys. Those guys are gonna have some good weeks, but if you better have killer RBs, or if those are only wide receivers that you have. Pittman is a sneaky play, man. That might be one of the best picks of this draft this year. Pittman might be ready to boom with Anthony Richardson, so I think that's a phenomenal pick. But Zay Jones, Mike Williams, Scary Terry, and Drake London are very volatile. They might give you some duds, and they might give you boom. But they ain't no consistent killers. But I got to be aware of your build. You don't got to have consistent killers if you got Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley or CMC, right? But if you got kind of like a zero RB build, which I'm pretty sure you don't because of the receivers that you got, then I would try to upgrade a little bit at the wide receiver. Keep Pittman and maybe package Drake London or somebody when they boom to get one more upgrade, maybe like a Waddle or something like that. All right. So guys, I'm gonna get to everybody's question, but right now, unless you send a super chat, I gotta read out my starts and sits. If not, I won't get to them. Okay. So let's start with the Packers and Falcons game. So I'm starting Jordan Love, AJ Dillon, Romeo Doubs, and Luke Musgrave. Those are the guys that I'm starting. Aaron Jones is out. Christian Watson's probably going to be out. And even if Christian Watson plays, I'm not starting him. Okay, going over to the Falcons side, I'm starting Bijan Robinson. I'm starting Drake London. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. I'm starting Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Tyler Algier. Now, listen, Drake London, you know he's volatile, but you got to start him if you drafted him in the first 4 or 5 of your first 5 rounds of your draft. Now, if you got a better, like if you got Tutu, you can start Tutu over Drake. But right now, Drake London is still going to be a start for me this week. If he go out and dud you again, then you can move on and you know what Drake is. But you can't do it after 1 week. And even after the second week, I'm still not going to drop him. I might not start him, but I'm not going to drop him. So moving on to the Texans and Colts game. For the Colts, Anthony Richardson. I'm starting Anthony Richardson. Michael Pittman. I am starting Michael Pittman. I love Michael Pittman. Alec Pierce. I'm starting Alec Pierce. And I'm starting Kyle Granson. Now, Kyle Granson got an injury, so I might knock him down a little bit right now. I don't know what tight end to start. Listen, a tight end going to be good on this offense because they want to run a lot of double tight. So right now, I thought it was going to be Kyle Granson, but he might be out. So Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, and Anthony Richardson. And you can also start Zach Moss if you need to. Zach Moss will get the value, but you should have a better running back on your team. You should. But if you don't, if you lost the running back and you got to go to the waivers and it wasn't anything on the waivers and you can get Zach Moss, you can start him if you need to. Going over to the Texans side, I'm not starting in the quarterback because he got an injury. CJ Stroud got an injury. So if I can avoid him, I will. But if I got to start him, I will. Listen, guys, it's all dependent on your team. Me just talking in a vague way don't mean this is what you got to do. I'm just giving a vague statement. That's why we got comments and questions. Damian Pierce, Nico Collins. Nico Collins. I said what I said. He has arrived. He had 10 targets last week. Robert Woods, you can start Robert Woods. He had a lot of targets too. And Dalton Schultz as a tight end. You can probably finagle tight ends. You probably can go pick up Luke Musgrave. I would rather start Luke Musgrave over Dalton Schultz. That's just me, especially if C.J. Stroud don't play. But you know what? Davis Mills, if he plays, he might target Dalton Schultz a little bit more. But I'm not going to play that game. I'm not talking, Davis Mills in there, go to Dalton Schultz. I'm not playing that game. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Okay, I'm going to do one more game, and then I'm going to get to some of the questions in the comment section. I'm going to do the Seahawks and Lions. Seahawks and Lions. Seahawks, Kenneth Walker. I'm starting Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett, and Geno Smith. That's it. Now, if you got a better quarterback than Geno, you got two quarterbacks, and you got Jordan Love, I would start Jordan Love over Geno. But I'm not going to try to get cute and try to go to the bench and go to the waiver wire and find a quarterback better than Geno. You drafted Geno, you go ahead and roll him out there. And on the Lions side, I'm starting Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. Those are the only guys that I'm starting. I'm not starting Josh Reynolds. And listen, if you have to start Josh Reynolds, you can. I'm not starting no Khalif Raymond. I'm starting Jared Goff, Amon-Ra, David Montgomery, and Jahmyr Gibbs. All right, so let me get you some more questions in the comment section. Okay. Johnny D says, okay, ETN, Damian Pierce, Mostert, and Algier. He was talking about his running backs according to his team. Yeah, I still would trade for a running back, bro. I would take Devontae Adams and go get a running back. Let me see. Let me find where we was at, guys. Let me find where we was at. Mr. Anderson said, song is fire. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got that from a guy that I'm in the Pip Radio. Me and him going to be doing a lot of content together. He's got a radio station, a radio show, and he want me to do fantasy football content for his show. So we doing we bonding everything together. We trying to make it work with business. So I'm going to be featuring some of his artists' music on my lives. So guys, I will be putting links in the description box to get y'all to follow some of those artists. Okay. Eddie says, I was digging that song. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'll be playing it later. CHB said, here we go. Let's get them views and them likes up. Cutting edge content season. Yes, sir. He says, YouTube. Life and Sports Talk with Jake. Life and Sports Talk with Jake. What's good, bro? Okay. Terrell says Breeze Hall, Beast Hall, or Mostert. I'm going with Breach Hall. I got to go with Breach Hall over Mostert. I love Mostert as the only running back in the backfield right now, but Breach Hall showed me something. That's one of the running backs that I told y'all to fade that I could be off on. He looked good. I told you to fade him because of the knee injury. And I still wouldn't take him as in today, but I'm going to be genuine. This guy looks good off that knee injury. He could be on some Adrian Peterson type stuff. No cap. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Sean Bond said, what's good, bro? And Adam, what's going on, Adam? Glad to see you here, bro. He said, start 2 PPR. Najee, Damian Pierce, Brian Robinson, Roshan. I'm going to go with Damian Pierce. Over Brian Robinson and Najee. No Roshan this week. Roshan going to be okay, but it ain't time to start him yet. Now, you can put him in the flex play if you ain't got nothing else, but if you got other running backs like you got, I can't sit these other guys and play Roshan over them. So I'm going to say Damian Pierce this week. We got to find out what Damian Pierce is. There you go, Sports SPS. Guys, go to this guy TikTok. He has a great TikTok, guys. He does all sports. Great guy. Very, very informative. Very intelligent guy. Make sure you find him. He says, in their prime, Von Miller, J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, start, bench, or cut. I'm starting J.J. Watt. I'm benching Aaron Donald. and I'm cutting Von Miller. And the reason why I'm doing that, man, is because these are phenoms. These are phenoms. I'm starting J.J. Watt. He gonna get me an interception and he gonna get me 3 sacks. Aaron Donald, he's unblockable. So everybody else gonna be running free. Von Miller's great. He's gonna get me 2 sacks, but he's not gonna impact the game the way J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald is. Great question, bro. Guys, show this guy some support. Great TikTok. Post your TikTok in the comment section. CHB said, "How do you feel about Treylon Burks this week? Go stash him, and I'm starting him as a flex play. I'm not starting over anybody that's like, would I start him over Drake London? Probably not. I'm not starting him over Drake London. CHB says rank in which order to start first: Daniel Jones, Jordan Love, or Anthony Richardson. Okay, I'm gonna go with Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, and Jordan Love. And the reason why I'm choosing Daniel Jones, I could be biased, but this is an Arizona Cardinal game. If he can't get off this game, he ain't gonna get off no games. So I'm going with Daniel Jones. If you got Daniel Jones on your team, you should have him on your team if you can't start him against the Arizona Cardinals. I said what I said, and I'm holding myself accountable. Jordan Love is going to be fine. I think he's going to be a top 12 quarterback easily. I actually think it's better than that, but I'm just being safe. AR is the beast. So all these quarterbacks, to me, is going to be a top 12 quarterbacks this year. These guys could be all top 7 quarterbacks. I really feel that way. These guys are really, really good quarterbacks. But I'm going with Daniel Jones, AR, and Jordan Love in a vacuum. Arthur, he says, pick one, flex, Lockett, Kendrick Bourne, or Rashid Shaheed. I'm going Rashid Shaheed. That's a little spicy. The safest pick is Kendrick Bourne. If you ask me, Lockett, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about that whole offense. I need to see more from the Seattle Seahawks. But I'm gonna give you the boom play. You know, I play 30-point, 40-point, 30-point, 40-point, 30-point. I play the 30-point, 40-point game. And the 30-point, 40-point game is Rashid Shaheed. He might be one of the best wide receivers on that team. I hate to say it. And I haven't been high on Chris Olave. I told people to fade Chris Olave all season because of Rashid Shaheed, because of Michael Thomas, because of Alvin Kamara, because of Jawan Johnson. He still had a pretty good game, but I think Rashid Shaheed, you know, he's taking snaps or targets from him. So I'm going to say Rashid Shaheed, bro. And then I say the safest play is Kendrick Bourne. Charlene, what's going on, Charlene? Always showing support to the channel. She knows what fantasy. I got to build. I love to see females in here playing fantasy football. I want to be one of the biggest entities in fantasy football with females playing. I think that's the next level to this, is to get females playing, because when they start playing, it's going to boom. When they started going to NFL games, that's when the jersey sales went up. Go check Google. More women buy jerseys than men. I'm telling you that. Women support football, guys. You don't think they do. They support it. They might not know the X's and O's like us, but they spend that bread. So thank you, Charlene. Brian 360. He said, what's up, man? Justin Jackson or Tyler Lockett? Justin Jackson. You can't play Justin Jackson. Who's Justin Jackson? I'm going to go with Tyler Lockett because I don't know who Justin Jackson is. I'm sorry about that. All right, I'm going to get to a couple more games before I get to the rest of the questions. Okay. Chargers and Titans. Chargers. Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler. That's Austin Eckler. And Mike Williams. Those are the guys that I'm saying. And Josh Kelly. I'm sorry, and Josh Kelly. That was, because I had that in quotations. I didn't know who was going to play when I made this list. But Josh Kelly is a definitely big-time star. So Josh Kelly, Mike Williams, not Austin Eckler, just Josh Kelly, Keenan Allen, and Justin Herbert. Austin Eckler is hurt. So I'm playing Josh Kelly all day. Titans, Derrick Henry, D-Hop, and Treylon Burks. That's it. D-Hop, Treylon Burks, and Derrick Henry. That's it. Raiders and Bills. Let's go to the Raiders and Bills. For the Raiders, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, and Jacoby Myers. But if Jacoby Myers is out, the only guys that I'm playing is Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams. Those are the only guys. Bills, Josh Allen, James Cook, and Stephon Diggs. Gabe Davis is just a boom and bust play. If you want to go for that boom, you can put him in there. It's just like a lottery ticket. Do you want to try to win a bunch of money, or you want to keep it safe and just, take that money and put it in the stock market or something? But Gabe Davis is boom or bust. Excuse me. All right, Chiefs and Jaguars. Chiefs side, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and yes, guys, Kadarius Toney. You can start Kadarius Toney if you need to. Now, if you got better plays, you don't have to start Kadarius Toney. And Isaiah Pacheco. Rashid Rice is another guy. If you want to play him, you can play him. Now, you ain't a must start, but you can start this guy. Jaguars, you got a lot of guys that you can play. You got Trevor Lawrence, you got Travis Etienne, you got Calvin Ridley, and you got Zay Jones. You can start Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram if you need to. You can start those guys if you need to. You don't have to start them. To me, the main stars on this team is Travis Etienne, Trevor Lawrence, and Calvin Ridley. Those are easy stars. But if you need, as a flex play, you can start Christian Kirk. This could be a game for him. And last game before I get to the rest of the comments is Ravens and Bengals. Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, and Rashad Bateman. I'm not starting Justice Hills. I'm not starting no Gus Edwards. Now, you can start them if you need to. Like I said, I don't know your team. So in some teams, you might have to start these guys. But the main stars are Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, and Rashad Bateman. Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Joe Mixon. You can start those guys. But remember, I don't want anybody on this offense. Now, that don't mean that they're not going to have a good game this game. I don't think those guys are going to hit the ceiling that everybody drafted them at. That's the main point about the Bengals. They don't got that team, necessarily the talent on that team don't suck, but the scheme on that team sucks for fantasy. All right, let me get to some more questions. Okay. CHB says, you comfortable with starting Kelce this week? Yes. Kelce there's very few guys that I'm willing to start injured. D-Hop is another guy, and Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce can play injured. He's been doing it his whole career. He's so good he can play injured. They're not going to put Travis Kelce out there if he can't play injured. He's an older guy. They know Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce knows himself. That's easy. It's tight end position. If it was another position, you might not want to play an injured guy. But in tight ends, you always playing a Travis Kelce. If he got a little nick, if they're going to put him out there, that's easy. You play Travis Kelce. Marquise, what's going on, bro? He says 2-2, Judy, Sutton, London in a flex. I'm going 2-2. 2-2. Yes, sir. 2-2. Arthur, he says, thanks, bro. Hey, you good, bro? Anytime, bro. Thank you for supporting the show. Jake says, I'll go with Richardson just because the Patriots have shut down Jalen already. You talking about Jalen Waddle? They might have shut down Jalen Waddle, but they're going to have to shut down Jalen Waddle, and they're going to have to shut down Tyreek Hill and Mike McDaniels. So I think you're getting cute when you sit to and he just scored 50 points. I just don't play fantasy that way. And bro, you might you're probably right, but I don't play fantasy that way. I think that's how if you lose and Tua goes off, what can you say to yourself? It's no analogy. There's no analysis. This can happen. No, you dropped the bag. You dropped the bag. If a guy scored 40 points and he goes out and scored another 40 points and you bench him, there's no excuse for that. You can't come back off of that. Now, if you play him and he don't have a good game, you can say, okay, now Tua ain't matchup dependent. I may have to go to certain guys if he playing a tough matchup. But if he go boom and you lose this week, that's your fault. It's nothing you can say. You got to be mad at yourself. I don't think you can be mad at yourself if Tua don't score a lot of points because he just scored 40 points for you. 40 point, 50 point. Anybody score 40 point, 50 point on my team as a quarterback first week, and I know what you did the year before when you not injured. I'm playing that every week until you show me something else. That's just the way I play fantasy. I keep it simple. But bro, you could be right. Like I said, a lot of people. I'm not gonna speak for nobody else. I'm not smart enough to sit a 40-point guy the week before and go choose another 40-point guy. I'm not that smart. I think what I do, I know who studs are, guys that I like that can go for 30 points, 40 points, and I just try to put them in the lineup. If the guy don't look good, I can sit him. I don't try to make it complicated and what defense, where you ranked, and who corner. Sometimes I look at that if you were Deion Sanders, but other than that, I think you could get too, I call it being too cute. But that's not saying anything to Jake. Jake, he just giving his input on that. He could be right, but I don't want to get too cute. User Nerd says, I went 0 RB this year. Lost J.K., got Brian Robinson, Rashad White, Mostert, and Kyrie Williams. Should I go for Miles Sanders? Got good quarterbacks. He needs one. Do I trade Mac Jones, Derek Carr, or Dak? I say trade Dak or Derek Carr. Don't trade Mac Jones. Mac Jones could be a really good quarterback this year. He could be a really good safe floor for you. You can go for Miles Sanders, but listen, Tuba Hubbard is coming. Tuba's coming. I told y'all all year. I made videos about running backs that could take over the starting roles, and Tuba is one of those guys that can do that. Miles Sanders look decent. I'm not gonna cap, but Tuba look good too. Brian, what's up, guys? This guy is a member. Show him some love in the chat. Yes, sir. He became a Pro Bowl member. Yes, sir, bro. Okay, so let me get through these last couple more games, and then I'm going to get to the comment section. Let me go through a couple more games, and I'm going to get to the comment. I'm going to get to everybody's question as much as I can, guys. As the volume picking up, I told y'all a year ago, it's not going to be always gravy. I know a lot of you always like, TD, get to every comment. Guys, I've been doing this this is going on my 4th year. At the end of this year, it'll be 4 years. And guys, I always get to everybody comment. It might change one day because it might be impossible. I can't be going live for 4 or 5 hours, but I'll try to go an hour and a half. But right now, real quick, let's get through these games. Couple games. Bears and Buccaneers. The Bears, Justin Fields, you got to start him. But if you got Justin Fields, I think you should be trying to trade him and get you a Tua or Jordan Love with a piece. Don't just do head up because you got the sauce right now. But if he have another bad game, If he have another bad game, it's that simple. I ain't gonna be no because it ain't no you won't be able to get off of him if he have another bad game. So to me, you could trade Justin Fields for Tua and another player, or Jordan Love and another player, and I'm willing to do that. I trust those guys over Justin Fields this year. Listen, Justin Fields is a great athlete. They got to figure things out, and they might do it. They might figure it out. To me, I don't like the way the offense look. I don't like the way they use DJ Moore. But anyway, DJ Moore, you got to start him if you have him. Cole Kmet, and if you want to, as a flex play way out there, it's very, very volatile. You can put Roschon Johnson in. He might get in there and get to work because they might look bad. Khalil Herbert might look bad. I'm not doing it this week. Now, if I see Roschon Johnson get to work this week, then next week we know what Roschon Johnson is. We're ready to start him. I'm not ready to do it this week. I'm not. You want to, you can do it. I understand it. Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield. Baker, patty cake, Baker's man. Roll around, throw him in a pan. Patty cake, Baker's man. Roll around, throw him in a pan. Yes, Baker Mayfield, he looked decent. He looked decent with those tall wide receivers out there. I got to give that boy credit when he played good. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and for a long shot out there, I wouldn't start Rashad White. I'm not starting Rashad White because you should have a better running back. But if you ain't got a better running back, he's going to catch a few passes. He can catch 4 or 5 passes in a PPR league. So I just want to let y'all know what Rashad White is. I'm not starting him on my teams because I don't have any Rashad Whites. Trey Palmer is a guy that's alone. This is a deep play. You can play him at the flex, but this is in a deep league. I wouldn't be looking to do it. But I just want y'all to be looking for Trey Palmer. Trey Palmer is a good player. But guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Let's get to the 49ers game, and then we'll do the Giants game, and then I'll get to some more questions. 49ers and Rams. 49ers. Brock Purdy. I used to give Purdy hell because I love Trey Lance, and I think Trey Lance is going to be good. But I never said Brock Purdy sucked. I just think, why would you start him over Trey Lance? But it's neither here nor there. We're talking about something different. But Brock Purdy, that boy like that. That boy, I like those type of quarterbacks. He get the ball out quick. He ain't playing. Brock Purdy, CMC, Debo, Ayuk, and George Kittle. I love Ayuk. Listen, that was another wide receiver that I talked about this year. I said that Brandon Ayuk was the best wide receiver on this team. Not the best player. One of the best players on this team is Debo. Debo is one of the best players in the NFL. But that don't got nothing to do with fantasy output. But wide receiver running routes and getting separation, Ayuk is that man. That's him. Ayuk. That is him. So for the Rams, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, and Puka, if he plays, because I know he got an oblique injury, and Tutu at well. Tutu, another player. Brendan Ayuk, Tutu. I was on these guys. A lot of people said I was crazy for being on these guys. I mean, now people know Brendan Ayuk was solid, but they didn't think he was going to be a top 12 wide receiver. I said he was going to be top 12. People said, I don't know about that, TD. I don't know about that, and that's fair. Like I said, there ain't nothing wrong with saying that. But if you say I'm crazy, I want that same energy. If you're going trolling on the river, do. That's what I'm going to do for the troll. Every time I see somebody trolling, I'm going to say, trolling on the river, do. All right, so let's move on to the Giants and corner games, and then I'm going to get to the comments. Giants, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and Darren Waller. Those are the guys. I'm starting those guys automatically. For the Cardinals, James Conner and Marquise Brown. And that's it. James Conner and Marquise Brown. Okay, let me get to the comments. Arthur says, thanks, bro. I'm going to stack Tua with Hill, St. Brown, and Ridley. Yes, bro. I forgot you got Ty Hill. You got to play with Ty Hill, bro. Like I said, Anthony Richardson could be a better play, but you got to play him. Okay. Let me see. Next question. Snifty says, start 2 out of Kelly, P. Ryan, and Mostert. I'm going with Kelly and Mostert. The reason why I'm going with Mostert over P. Ryan, because I like P. Ryan. Mostert is the only running back right now. It's not going to be like that all season. They could trade for somebody, and Jeff Wilson might come back. So right now, while you can use Mostert, while he's healthy, he's the only goal line back. You need to play him if you can. So I'm going to say Josh Kelly and Mostert. Jake said it's going to be a high-scoring game, bro, with the Lions and Seahawks, just like last year. I hope so, bro, because, you know, their offensive line is hurt. The Seahawks, their two offensive tackles are hurt. Charlene says, half of my league's 40, drop Charbonnet. Why? I don't know. They don't know how to stash. You go ahead and stash them. You in 40 leagues, girl? You killing it. Sean Bond says, my running backs are Gibbs, B. John Robinson, Gainwell, Kelly, P. Ron Gibson, bro. Okay. I like B. John. I like Kelly. I like Gibson, P. Ron. You got solid. Those are B plus running backs, especially with Gibbs and B. John. You got Gibbs and B. John. You got two of the young best running backs. Those guys could be top 12 in the fantasy football playoffs. If you make it to the playoffs, bro, it's dangerous. To me, I would try to sharpen up those wide receivers just a little bit. Jake says the O-line, bro, is banged up. I know. It's going to be a tough time for the running backs. I agree with that. He's talking about the Seahawks game. I was talking about the Seahawks. Right. And Alex, what's going on? Bro? He says, is Jacoby Myers and Adams a stack? Adams stack a good play when Myers is healthy? Yes, it's solid. I would give it a B-. It's not one of those top stacks. It's not a stack that I would target, but that don't mean they won't be good for you and maybe be underrated. It could be underrated, bro. I think that is a good stack. I think if you double teaming Devontae Adams, Jacoby gonna eat. So that might be a solid stack, bro. I never thought of it that way. That's a great comment. Actually, I think it is an underrated stack. Tingo, what's up, bro? He said, would you rather start Kelly, Algier, or Damian Pierce? Woo, this is tough. This is really, really, really tough, but I'm going to go with Kelly because Kelly's on a top offense that they're going to have light boxes. You got to stop Keenan Allen. You got to stop Mike Williams, and you got to stop the young rookie Quentin Johnson. So they always going to give a light box. I think Kelly's going to have rushing lanes. It's hard for me to sit Damian Pierce for the draft capital, but this is not a time for draft capital right here. When an open running back gets a start because of an injury, and he shows you that he's good before the injury, you got to go with Kelly. So I'm going with Kelly. Usually I'm not going to tell anybody to sit Damian, but I like Kelly. Yes, go with Kelly over Damian in this instances. I don't like you sitting Pierce, but go with Kelly. Timothy says Shaheed or Dotson. That's tough, bro. I've been going through that myself. I say tomato. I think I want to see Dotson one more time, But you can go with Shaheed. But Shaheed is volatile. I think Dotson is the safest play, and he has Boone. So to me, Dotson probably is the best play in this one. But Shaheed could probably, his ceiling is bigger than Dotson, a little bit better than Dotson. They both got great ceilings. But Dotson got the way better floor. So I'm going to say Dotson, bro. I'm going to say Dotson. But the Boone play is Shaheed. And that's splitting hairs here. This is very, very tight. I don't think you can really go wrong either way. But to be safe, if you need points and you want to make sure you get some points, I would say Dotson. KJ, what's up, bro? Kelly versus Titans or TA versus Green Bay? Who is TA? Who's TA with? Let me see who Green Bay playing. Oh, okay. Tyler Algier. I'm gonna say Kelly versus the Titans. I'm gonna say Kelly. Ain't nobody else there. I'm going with Kelly versus the Titans. That's hard. I like Tyler Algier, but Kelly got the best opportunity that he's gonna have all season. I know the Titans got a good run defense, but they got to back up. You can't let Justin Herbert throw the ball downfield to Mike Williams and Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnson. If you try to stop the run game, you're gonna give up 30 point, 40 point. Commissioner Breeze says, my God, dropping that cutting edge content. Yes, sir, bro. Commissioner Breeze. Yes, sir, guys. I'm in one of his leagues. Yep, and he's in one of my leagues, too. Great fantasy football player. Punch Pistols. What's up, bro? He says, I got Jefferson, Higgins, Godwin starting this week. He says, I got Jefferson, Higgins, Godwin starting. That's a good start. I'm not big on Higgins, but I'm not going to sit here and make no content about Higgins right now. Jefferson is a good player. I wouldn't have drafted Higgins, but they ain't got nothing to do with me right now. So, yeah, those are good wide receivers. But if you, just to give you a little bit of advice before I move on, I would try to move on from Higgins if I could and if I could get some good value. Godwin's going to be a great, solid floor. He got one of the best floors in the whole NFL. KL says, who do you trust more, Hunter Henry or Pat Freiermuth for the rest of the season? Bro, I got to go with, that's close. I love Pat. I love him, man. I can't be biased. I try not to be biased. I got to go with Hunter Henry. What Matt Jones showed me with Bill O'Brien, I got to go with Hunter Henry. He's the most, he has the most experience on that offense. Maybe not over Devontae Parker. Him and Devontae Parker got a lot of experience, but outside of that, who do you trust as far as in the passing game? And it's got to be Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry probably number one on that team, but he's a tight end. So I'm gonna say Hunter Henry, man. But I love Pat Freiermuth. I think Pat Freiermuth is gonna be really good, especially if George Pickens misses this game with that hamstring injury. I heard. Joyce, what's up, bro? He says PPR, Kendrick Bourne versus Miami or Christian Kirk versus Kansas City. I'm going with Kendrick Bourne because that's going to be a shootout. Miami defense is not that good. Punch Spencer says, I got Jefferson, Higgins, Godwin started this week. Shaheed in the flex. On the bench, I have Atwell, Bourne, Smith, and Jigba. Any changes you would make? Yes. Well, let me see. I got to be fair to your team. Bro, I can't tell you to bench Higgins or Godwin. I can't do that. I'm not about to see. A lot of people would try to get super cute and just go with what they know. I got to be fair to your team. But I'm gonna tell you what players that I like that I think is not a bad start, and you're gonna have to make that decision on yourself because these guys got too much. Godwin and Higgins got too much capital for me to tell you to bench them for a guy that you got off the waivers. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go with Atwell. I like Atwell, and I like Bourne. This week you got Shaheed on the flex. I wouldn't bench. I would maybe put Atwell over Shaheed, but I say why, right? You can put Atwell or Bourne for Shaheed. You got to figure out who you're going to play in the flex right there. But to me, bro, I think you need to trade with Atwell and Bourne because Bourne ain't going to be good long. When Devontae Parker comes back, Bourne's going to go down a little bit. I think you need to try to trade Godwin for a better piece or package maybe Godwin and Higgins for a better piece and then try to move Atwell up into your bench because I think Atwell's going to have a solid position going forward for the rest of the season. But I'm not going to tell you to bench Higgins and Godwin for no Atwell or Bourne. I'm not doing that. That's disrespectful to your team. I'm not going to do that. Not week 2. Crazy-o. What's going on, bro? Yes, sir. He said D-Hop or Puka in the flex. I'm going with D-Hop. If D-Hop is healthy, I'm going with D-Hop over Puka. I'm going with D-Hop over Puka if he's healthy. CHB says Calvin Austin time. Yes, sir. I've been on Calvin the whole year. I told y'all about Calvin. Rubio says, what up, T? What up, bro? Nice to see you. Let me get some water. Kale says, pick one for flex. Miles Sanders, Khalil Herbert, James Cook, and Kelly. Pick one for flex. Woo, 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 woo. Bruh, that's tough. I want to say James Cook, right? I want to say James Cook. But Kelly, because of his team scheme, where he gonna have, it's like basically it's like Jonathan Taylor being on Miami. You know, ain't nobody going in and trying to stop Jonathan Taylor, and you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Water on the outside. So that's how I feel about Josh Kelly this week. But James Cook, woo, man, I'm gonna go. Woo, I'm gonna go with Cook by the hair on my chinny chin chin. I'm going with James Cook by the hair on my chinny chin chin. But if you want to go with Kelly, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. But I think Cook is going against Las Vegas Raiders is just a little bit better of a matchup. Matchup don't matter too much because of the Chargers, but I'm going to go with matchup on this one, and I'm going to go with Cook. I'm going to give Cook the final play. That's tough. That's a great question. A-Gang Grizzle says, so what's good, TD? Who do you like more out of Collins or Dotson? Man, I'm going to go with Collins, man. I love Dotson. I think Dotson got a good floor and he can boom, but Collins got 10 targets, and I'm not playing with a guy that's third or fourth year in the league and got 10 targets. 10 targets? You got to respect 10 targets on a veteran. This is not a guy that came out of nowhere and got 10 targets like a Puka. Puka solid. But Collins, that looked like I'm the number one, and I'm going to get 10 targets, so I'm not going to disrespect those 10 targets. So I'm going to say with Collins. I'm going to say Collins. Rubio says Eckler ain't playing, bro. Yeah, I know that. I made a mistake by saying Eckler's name. I know. That's why I've been telling everybody to play Kelly. I know Eckler is not playing. I made a mistake. But appreciate you, bro. Alex says D-Hop is hurt and has been DNP all week. Yes, I heard about that. But he's a veteran, bro. They not going to necessarily practice him that much this year anyway. So he's going to sit out anyway. If that guy soups up and he plays, and that doesn't say limit snaps, I'm playing D-Hop. It's going to take a stud for me to put over D-Hop. So I'm not really going into an injury with D-Hop. D-Hop has done this his whole career, bro. He got a hamstring injury, he'll play and still have 100 yards. So I'm going to still go with D-Hop. Rubio said, never mind, you got it. Yeah, it's all good, bro. It's all good. And Raleigh, what's going on, Raleigh? Why this is trade away Keenan Allen for Garrett Wilson straight up? No. Now, not with Keenan Allen. Then listen, Keenan Allen is volatile. So I want you to know he could go down with a hamstring injury anytime, and you might wish you had Garrett Wilson. But when Keenan Allen is healthy, he's the top 12 wide receiver in PPR. Garrett Wilson is probably a better half-point PPR standard guy because he's probably going to get a couple more touchdowns than Keenan Allen, even with Zach Wilson being the quarterback. But I'm not going against Keenan Allen with Justin Herbert as his quarterback in a PPR league. So PPR, I'm staying with Keenan Allen. In a redraft. Dynasty, I'm making that trade. Sean Bond says, should I drop any of my wide receivers for Treylon Burks, bro? I can't go back up because I'll lose my spot. But, yeah, I think you got a couple guys on there that you might, bro, just hit me up. You know how to get in contact with me. Just hit me up, man, and let me know what guy that you want to switch out for Treylon Burks. And I give you the okay or not. Raleigh says, look at weather for the Bears-Bucks game. Thunderstorms. Okay, right. Okay, I haven't seen about that. I haven't read on weather. I'm not, like I said, I don't know everything. So, bro, that might come into play. But it's not really a lot of guys that I'm playing in that game anyway. I'm not big on no Justin Fields or DJ Moore, and I would play Mike Evans as a flex play. He's not like my wide receiver one. Now, he could be a wide receiver two for some people. So maybe if they got better options with the weather, I can understand that. But sometimes weather games can go for the offense. So I don't want you to get too far off of that. But I get what you're saying. You have to be very aware of that. If you got better plays and better games, you do that. Good information, bro. 619 Bengals fan. Get low. And he says Gibbs or Kelly. I'm going Kelly all day over Gibbs. Kelly all day over Gibbs. Gibbs ain't got there yet. This could be the game. Kyle says flex spot. Rashad Wright, most of the Kelly. I'm going Kelly. I'm playing Kelly all day. Hey, guys, I just don't see – I see him at least getting a touchdown this game because this offense is going to be moving the ball all up and down the field because Titans defensive backs are not that good. Manel, their run game is solid, but you have to stop the pass game. You can't stop both. You can't drop two safeties back deep and think you're going to stop Josh Kelly too. You can't do it. So you got to give up something. So Josh Kelly can have a lot of yards and get one touchdown, or they just sell out for the pass and Josh Kelly kill them. If they sell out for the run, they're going to get beat because Justin Herbert has thrown for 400 yards. Adam, he says, nobody's stopping Tyreek. I agree. I've been on Tyreek. He's my number one wide receiver. I said he's one of the best wide receivers to ever play the game. I'm not going to put him in front of Jerry Rice. But after that, maybe not Antonio Brown. I might put Antonio Brown in a vacuum a little bit over him. But after that, Tyreek Hill is the best player that I ever saw. 619 says, Mike Williams or Zay Flowers. I'm going with Zay Flowers, bro. Mr. Anderson, he laughing. I don't know what he laughing at, but he probably wanted my jokes. Kale says, David Njoku or Juwan Johnson. I'm going to go with David Njoku again. Juwan Johnson's a lot of mouths to feed with. Shaheed balling out, I just don't see how Juwan Johnson can go and have a good week too. With Mike Thomas and Chris Olave, I'm going to go with Njoku. But I'm not saying that Juwan Johnson is chopped liver, but I'm just going to go with David Njoku over him. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Jake says, laugh out loud. The Baker's man. Right, the Baker's man. Yes, sir. Turbo Tom, what's going on, Turbo? I see you sitting there with your daughter, man. She look just like you, bro. He says Kelly or Sanders. Kelly all day. I'm going with Kelly. I'm going down with the ship. So if Kelly have a bad game, I'm going to get real. Like, guys, I apologize. And I'm okay with that. I'm not going to try to guys, y'all, it's wrong. You looking at no. If I say Kelly and he don't hit, that's on me. But I'm going with Kelly. I'm playing Kelly myself. So I'm not going. How can you sit Kelly when Austin Eckler was a really good running back, balled out, and Kelly balled out too with Eckler on the field? So why would you sit him now? Titans ain't like that. They ain't shutting people down like that. Not when you got a great quarterback that can pass the ball downfield. So I'm going to say Kelly. Kazi says choose 3. PPR. London, Gabe Davis, MBS, Elijah Moore, Calvin Austin, Justice Hill. I'm going to go with Calvin Austin, especially if George Pickens doesn't play. If George Pickens don't play, you play Calvin Austin easily. I'm going to go with Elijah Moore because I don't think Amari Cooper's playing. So Elijah Moore, Calvin Austin, and I'm going to go with Drake London over Justice Hill. I know Justice Hill is going to probably be the running back, but Elvis, Gus Elvis is going to be getting carries too. So for now, until I see Justice Hill go 30 points, 40 points, or have a real nice 20-point solid game, I'm going to go with Drake London, Elijah Moore, and Calvin Austin. But only play Calvin. Only play Calvin if what's the guy? George Pickens doesn't play. If George Pickens don't play, go with Calvin Austin. If George Pickens play, then you could go with Justin Hill over Calvin Austin. I'm okay with that. Dollar Bill says Dak versus the Jets or Pickens versus the Browns. I'm going with Pickett versus the Browns. That Jets defense is right. They like that. KJ said, who do you think would sign with a team first, Hunt or Fournette? I'm going to go with Hunt. I'm going with Hunt. Leon, what's up, bro? He said, what's good, bro? What's good with you? Let me get something to drink, guys. Okay. Leon says, standard, score. I need a wide receiver 2 in a flex. Pittman, D-Hop, Dameon Pierce, or Rashad Wright. I'm going to go with Dameon Pierce. And you said you need a wide receiver 2. I'm going to go with Pittman. I'm going to go with Pittman over D-Hop. Reason why I'm going with Pittman over D-Hop, bro, Anthony Richardson look good. And I think Pittman is the go-to guy on this team. So I'm not going to sit here and try to get cute. I want to play D-Hop. usually I would say D-Hop, but Pittman, I think he got the sauce. That could be a guy that I missed on for as a sleeper this year. So I'm gonna say Pittman and Dameon Pierce. If you want to play D-Hop, that's fine. If you feel you don't like Pittman, like, I don't like that, you can play D-Hop. I don't think that's to be terrible, but I'm gonna say Pittman. I'm gonna go with Pittman. I think Pittman could be a top 12 wide receiver this year. Conscious Machine says live show, yes sir. Shades, he says staring at flex play. Kelly, Dillon, or Javonte Williams. I'm going with Kelly over Dillon. Even though Aaron Jones is not playing. Conscious Machine says, I wish my phone notified me. I know, bro. My bad. It's all good. No problems. Lindell Morgan said, there he goes. What's good, bro? Yes, sir. That boy right there knows some fantasy football. Conscious Machine said, hit that like button. Yes, sir, guys. Hit the like button. Get the likes up. Conscious Machine says, 4 PPR. Rank Pickens, Jamal Williams, Nico. So rank. I'm going to go with Nico, Pickens, and Jamal Williams. Now, if Pickens don't play, you can't even play him anyway. But I'm going to go with Nico. Nico first, and I will probably go with Pickens over Jamal Williams and 4 PPR. B. Silver says, is Tank Dell worth holding in redraft? Yes. He's a deep stash. He's just a deep stash. He says, I have Akers starting, and I'm afraid of starting him tomorrow. I understand. Can drop Tank Dell for a Tajay Spears, Bigsby, or Chuba Hubbard. Most likely Chuba. Now, I wouldn't drop him for that type of play. But you know what? I would drop him and stash one of those guys. I would probably drop Tank Dell and stash Bigsby or even Tajay Spears, especially if the Titans lose again. I'm stashing Tajay Spears because they're going to trade Derrick Henry, and Tajay Spears is probably going to be the full-time running back. Why would you run Derrick Henry into the ground? You would trade him. You need to trade him to get off of that. And then, because if you're not going to go to the playoffs, you're going to give Tajay Spears that work. So to me, I would drop Tank Dell and stash Bigsby. I wouldn't play him this week, but I was definitely drop Tank Dell for one of those running backs because those guys going to have the sauce eventually. Stacy, she said, yo, just checking in. Appreciate you, Stacy. Another female showing support to the channel. Hardcore. Appreciate you, Stacy. Adam, he says, need to start 3 PPR. 1 running back, 2 flex. So 1 running back. He says, Najee Hall, Algier. Hall. I know it's a tough matchup, but I'm starting Hall. I don't think matchups really going to really matter with him. I'm starting Hall. 2 flex. Let me see. You got McLaurin, you got London, you got Nico Collins. Nico Collins for 1 flex. He says, okay, so you saying what I'm saying. He said he leaning towards Hall, Algier, and Collins. Let me see. Yes, I'm probably starting Algier over London. I'm probably starting Algier over London too. So yes, I agree with whatever you said right there, bro. Hall, Algier, and Collins. I agree 100% with that. Mr. Anderson says Hurst, Musgrave, Johnson, Kmet. I'm going with Musgrave. I like Hurst. I would say Musgrave, Hurst, Kmet, Johnson. So that's how I would rank them. Musgrave, Hurst, Kmet, Johnson. You could play Hurst over Musgrave. Hurst is going to be Hurst is like a safe play for a rookie quarterback. He's a tight end. Conscious Machine says, man, I picked up Quentin Johnson in a 12 team today. Upside. I have heard. Yeah, I'm in redraft. I'm not big on Quentin, man. And then Mike Williams goes down. Quentin gonna be forced to go out there. And again, I still don't know what his output gonna be. Excuse me, guys. Conscious Machine says I dropped Hyatt last week though. I did too, bro. I had to move on from him. Crazy Yo says thanks, bro. Anytime. Jack Booz, what's up, bro? He says he said thoughts on Dalvin Cook rest of the season. Just a guy out there that if you need a start on a bye week, he might have a good game here and there. Nothing that you can really count on. If Breach Hall goes down, he might be a little bit more relevant. He just another. I ain't gonna say he's just a guy. He's a good guy to have on your bench. But other than that, bro, that's all you're gonna be able to do. He says, and Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is not going to have anything once Alvin Kamara come back. He'll be okay. He's going to get some carries because they're not going to give Alvin Kamara every carry. But Alvin Kamara is going to take all Jamal Williams' sauce. So Dalvin Cook is just a good, solid guy to have as a backup. Conscious Machine says Collins had 8 targets, but I feel you. I thought he had like 10 targets. I think Collins had like 10 targets, bro. He said CJ has got to feed him. He's big. I think Collins had 10 targets, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I read that he had 10 targets. I'm pretty sure, bro. Orlando, he says 4 PPR, RB1. I got ETN Jr., but can't decide on an RB2, Montgomery or Algier. Whew. Algier got a good, tough matchup against Green Bay Packers. Algier got a tough matchup. He's good, though. He's going to get a lot of carries. In 4 PPR, I might go Montgomery. I'm going to go with Montgomery over Algier in this one because Montgomery is the starting running back. Now, Jameer Gibbs is going to be fine, but he ain't going to get enough carries to hurt Montgomery. So I'm going to go with Montgomery over this, but it's close. It's close. Brian says, my bad, I meant Josh Kelly or Tyler Lockett. Okay, yeah, Josh Kelly all day. Josh Kelly. Durf Boy, he said, should I pick a Justin Hills or Tajay Spears? Justin Hills is a start now. You can't start Tajay Spears right now if you ask me. I mean, you could and hope for a passing and receiving touchdown, but Justice Hill, you can start tomorrow. So I'm going to say Justice Hill. What's going on, Dirt Boy? How you doing, bro? Kale says, how do you feel about Sean Tucker? Great stash, great handcuff. He's going to take over this backfield, the Buccaneers, over Rashad White. Conscious Machine says, Tyreek and Randy could be a good bait. Totally different size, but skills equal across the board. Yes, sir. I agree 100%. CHB says, which 3 flexes? Tyler Algier, Kelly, Burks, Puka, Pacheco, or Dotson? I'm going Kelly. Tyler Algier and Puka. I like Dotson, man. You could go Kelly, Algier, and Dotson. Or you could go. I'm not gonna put Dotson over Puka this week. I'm not gonna put Dotson over Puka. I gotta see a game. Puka put up the game. So I'm gonna go with what I saw, right? You gotta go with what you saw. So I'm gonna put Puka in there, bro, over Dotson. But the 2 running backs, I'm playing those guys because Burks ain't good enough to knock out Tyler Algier. I'm definitely going Kelly. He's number 1. But Burks is not good enough to knock out Algier. Pacheco ain't good enough to knock out Algier, even though he on a really good offense. I got to go with Algier until Algier go out and has a bad game. So I'm going to say Algier, Kelly, and Puka. Turbo says, thanks, Rubber, anytime. Conscious Machine says, I've been looking at Sean Tucker, but there's nothing to say he's going to take the job yet because Rashad White doesn't look good. So why would you keep playing with Rashad White? You got to give somebody else an opportunity. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I would say. Now, he ain't broke out or anything yet, but Rashad White is missing holes. So sometimes you're just going to switch it up. And they do different things better. Sean Tucker's a better between the tackles runner than Rashad White. Rashad White is a better pass catcher. CHB says, meant to say which 3 flex players to start. Yeah, and I think that's still the same thing. I think I still gave you the answer. Conscious Machine says, why wouldn't George Pickens play? I heard he had an injury. That's what somebody told me right before the live. I got a text that said that George Pickens got an injury. But if he don't got an injury, bro, you're right. You play him. I heard he had an injury. He says, how do you feel about Najee this week? I'm playing him if I got him on my team. But if I got a bunch of guys that can push him, like if I had to play Najee and Kelly and I had to decide that in the flex, I would put Kelly over him. But if Najee is my top 3 pick, like a top 3 round pick, I'm playing Najee. You just got to roll him out there, man. He's a guy that you just can't really worry about matchups. If you drafted him early, you just got to roll him out there. Now, if he start like dudding you, if he dud you this week and then have another dud next week, then you have to make decisions where you might have to move on from him or bench him for a while. But I'm starting Najee. I feel good about Najee, especially goal line opportunities. I just need to see the Pittsburgh Steelers offense pick up. It's all about the Pittsburgh offense. If they don't score any points, Najee can't get any goal line opportunities. Kyle says Jamal Williams, Godwin, Bigsby, or Zeke flex spot. 4 PPR, also Pitts or Pat Freiermuth. I'm going with Pat Freiermuth over Pitts. Reason why is because of Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson is out. Pat gonna get some targets. Pitts, man, they don't really need Pitts. They don't need Pitts. I like Pitts. I think Pitts is a better player than Pat, but they don't need Pitts. So the safest pick is Pat. Now the boom is Pitts, but I'm not gonna sit there and tell you to go for that boom. If you want to go for the boom, you can do it. But to give you, make sure you get points is Pat. You said Godwin. You said Jamal Williams, Godwin, Bigsby, and Zeke. I'm going with Godwin all day. I'm going with Godwin all day over those guys, over Bigsby and Zeke. Linda says, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Yes, sir. Mr. Anderson, stash in order. Bigsby, Roshan, Spears, Tucker. I'm going to say Roshan, Bigsby, Spears, Tucker. Roshan, Bigsby, Spears, Tucker. Roshan, Bigsby, Spears, Tucker. Mr. Anderson, Collins had 11 targets. I thought so. I thought he had over 10 targets. That was the main thing that I was saying. Lindell Morgan says, you think Swift's performance gives him the starting job? No, it just gives him more carries. They don't care who's starting at the running back position. They don't really care. I think now he's going to get 10 targets a game or 10 touches a game. At least every single game, he's going to get 10 touches as long as he's healthy. But I'm not going to say he's the starter. Conscious Machine says, oh, damn, I bow to the GOAT. Nico had 11 targets. Good call. No, bro, you good. You good. And Conscious Machine says, I may have to have Nico over Pickens. I got you. I feel you on that. With those 11 targets, whew. He says, Mr. Anderson or Justice Hill. Yes, I would still, let me see. I don't know which one you're talking about. I'm just going to tell you, I like Justice Hill. You can play Justice Hill as like a deep flex play, but I'm not going to rely on him just because he's the starting running back, especially on this offense. And CHB says Pickens has just been listed with a hamstring injury. Okay, yeah. So, guys, he does have a hamstring injury. Okay, so let me get through the rest of these games. Jets, Cowboys. Jets, Breach Hall, Garrett Wilson. Cowboys, Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb. I'm not starting none of the quarterbacks in this game if I can help it. So I'm starting Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb. That's it. Breach Hall and Garrett Wilson. That's it. Going on to the Commanders and Broncos game. You can start Sam Howell if you need to. Brian Robinson, Jahan Dotson, and Terry McLaurin. Those are the only guys that I'm starting. For the Broncos, Russell Wilson, Samaje Perine, Javonte Williams, Cortland Sutton. But you can start Jerry Jeudy, but he may be limited. So that's the reason why I'm saying it's iffy. Jerry Jeudy will be playing, but he's going to be on limited snaps. So you might want to see one game first. All right. And Dolphins and Patriots. This is the biggest game, like the most points in fantasy. I'm starting Tua, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, and Raheem Mostert. I'm starting those guys. Patriots, I'm starting Matt Jones, Ramondre Stevenson, Hunter Henry, and Kendra Bourne. And the Browns and Steelers, last game, Deshaun Watson for the Browns, Nick Chubb, and Elijah Moore, and David Njoku. For the Steelers, Najee Harris, Calvin Austin, George Pickens, and Pat Freiermuth. If you have to start Kenny Pickett, you can start Kenny Pickett if you have to. All right. Big growing stuff, he says, pick one. Pick one running back, Pacheco, Dalvin Cook, Zach Moss. Also pick a flex, Zay Flowers, Nico Collins, or Elijah Moore. Thanks. Pick one running back. I'm going to go with Pacheco over Dalvin Cook and Zach Moss. I'm going to rank them real quick for you. I'm going to go with Pacheco, Zach Moss by a short hair on my chinny chin chin over Dalvin Cook. And my flex play, I love Zay Flowers, but you got to play Nico. He got 11 targets. You got to play Nico over Zay Flowers. I love Zay Flowers, but as in week 2, I got to go with it's tough. I like Zay Flowers. I like Elijah Moore this week with Amari Cooper being out, but Nico Collins is probably the best guy with those targets, and he's the number one. Now, what does bother me a little bit is C.J. Stroud could be out. But I still think Davis Mills, as a veteran, still can get the ball to Nico. Rushman says, bruh. Is this bruh? Yes, this is bruh. It's bruh. All right, guys. So I guess I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Thanks everybody for tuning in, guys. I'm going live tomorrow between 10 and 10:30. I'm going live tomorrow between 10 and 10:30. I'm gonna be giving out stars and sits, whatever you need before in the morning. DFS, anything like that. Matter of fact, guys, let me pick the games before I get out of here. I'm gonna pick the games before I get out of here. Who gonna win? Who I think gonna win the game? I'm going with the Dolphins over the Patriots. I'm going with the Steelers over the Browns. I'm going with the Steelers over the Browns. I'm going with the Commanders over the Broncos, the Cowboys over the Jets, the Giants over the Cardinals, 49ers over the Rams. Close game, closer than what the experts think. I'm going with the Buccaneers over the Bears. I said what I said. The Buccaneers over the Bears. I'm going with the Chargers over the Titans. I'm going with the Bills over the Raiders. I'm going with the Chiefs over the Jaguars. I'm going with the Ravens over the Bengals. And I'm going with the Packers over the Falcons. Colts over the Texans. And the Lions over the Seahawks. I'm picking those games. Adam says 20 point, 30 point from Amara this week. Let's go. Yes, sir. Rush Boy say, your boy sweet. Yes, sir. I'm saying your bruh sweet. What that mean, bro? What you mean by that? Adam says, peace out, TD. And Rushman said, I just got here. You good, bro? You good? It's all good. And Mr. Anderson says, Jamal Williams or Monty? I'm going with Monty all day. And Travis Looney says, bro, what's going on with you, bro? And Mr. Anderson, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And Ian Taylor, sup, TD, pick 2. James Cook, Ayuk, or Flowers. Woo-wee. Ian Taylor, you're not playing, right? You ain't playing, right? I see. I'm going to go with Ayuk and James Cook. Stacy says, join his OnlyFans, personal attention, great advice, trust me. Yes, I helped Stacy last year, guys. I hope she don't mind me telling the story, and she haven't never said anything, so I know she don't mind. But she found my channel in about the middle of the year, and she told me, she's like, hey, man, I love your content, love what you're doing. I need help. How do I get right? I said, listen, I can help you a little bit on the comment section, but I'd rather you, if you need that real true help, sign up for the OnlyFans. She said, yeah, well, I'm probably not going to make the playoffs, but I still take the help and I still support you. I said, I appreciate it. So she showed me a team. I said, listen, Stacy, you drafted a hell of a team. You got a really good team, girl. She's like, yeah, but, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to make the playoffs. I said, listen, we're going to make the playoffs. I'm agreeing to you. And you're going to have a chance to win a championship. She said, she laughs like, okay, whatever you say. Either way, I'm going to support you either way. It doesn't matter. I said, okay, I appreciate you. So I think she made a couple trades, picked up a guy off waivers. She picked up Justin Fields. And I said, listen, you got to play Justin Fields over your quarterback. And hey, guys, she went on a run, won out. And guess what? She made it to the championship and lost. And listen, the guy that she lost to, he had Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase. I mean, he had 30 point, 40 point in almost every position. But she made it to the championship and didn't know she was going to make the playoffs. When she probably tuned in about week 10, week 9. So, guys, this is what I can do for you. If you tune in, you need help, sign up for the OnlyFans, I got you. We can do consultations, whatever you need. If you sign up as a membership of the Pro Bowl tier or better, it's only $20. It's only $20, and I'm only offering it this year. So if you sign up as a membership, as the Pro Bowl tier, you got to be on there. You can't sign up for it and then get off of it later and then think you're going to get that deal. So if you sign up as a Pro Bowl tier and you need a consultation for 30 minutes, it's only $20. Other than that, it's $40 to get a consultation. The test says, yo, what's going on, bro? And Stacy said 100. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm not going to say yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. The test says Zay Jones or Burks. Burks. I'm going to go with Burks. I'm going to go with Treylon Burks. The test says I need OG. I need an OG advice. I got you, bro. What you need? Let me know what you need. Let me know, bro, because I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Yes, sir. He said, wow. He said, I appreciate it, bro. Anytime. Kale says, would you drop Juwan Johnson or Adam Troutman with the Greg Dotridge news? Would you drop Juwan Johnson for Adam Troutman? Okay. No. They're not targeting the tight ends. They're not targeting no tight end. Adam Troutman is going to be a decent blocker and a couple targets. No, I'm not dropping no Juwan Johnson. Nope, don't drop him. All right, guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This is Cutting Edge Content. Somebody let me know how many likes we got. How many likes do we have? Let me see. Let me play this song.
Got some racks on it. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke. I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. So let's talk some business. Ain't no money.
29 likes. Only 29 likes. Come on, guys. We got to do better than that. Oh, wait a minute. He says 38. Oh, Travis Louis says 38. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Travis. CHB says 29. Okay. And Perry said, what time you getting on tomorrow? 10:30, bro. 10, between 10 and 10:30. Okay, Travis Looney said he see 38. Okay, but it might be 29. He says 39 likes. Let's get it to 50. Oh, okay. Kachi Machine says 39 likes. Let's get it to 50. Yes, sir. Nifty says, yes, sir. Sign up for the OnlyFans. Yep. Hey, moderators, guys, y'all should be able to find those links. Post the links in the chat if you can.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke. I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Y'all be safe. Kaji Machine said, how do you feel about the Packers defense for? I love it. Top 5. Top 5, bro. Yep, but Tyler Algier still, that's why I told people to play him. He's still going to be good. He's getting all those goal line carries. They're not going to wear B. John Robinson with short yardage down. They're going to do that for Tyler Algier. All right, guys, y'all be safe. He says, I usually stream, but all their money is on the D. Right. So what about the Saints defense? I like them too. They top 10. I like them this week. All right, guys, y'all be safe. Peace.
I'm married to that money and I keep her by my side. They thought I wouldn't be shit, so why they face look so surprised. You ain't a real nigga, you just pussy in the skies. Whoa, yeah, look at a nigga now. When I put up to the jeweler, I'ma tell that nigga go and bust it down. Tryna count the money, damn homie, I done lost track of their mind. Turn me up, this that hot shit, it was kinda looking like a drought. I don't do this for the clout, bitch. Okay, turn me up, do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some bands on it. Okay, turn me up, do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some racks on it. Okay, turn me up, they don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm rolling up. bitch, I'm burning up.